welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Whoa. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to another Libra Tarot reading. Libra Love Tarot reading, Libra Love reading. And as is pretty much always the case here at the Tarot Closet, Libra love messages, channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. I need to push that there. This is a reading where we're going into their feelings for you, what you may need to know or don't see coming. Is anyone making a move? Let's take a look at the energy coming in Libra. Oh, so the Ten of Wands is here. A new cycle. Jupiter and Sagittarius energy and the Knight of Cups. This is Scorpio energy, Scorpio and Pluto energy. I'm wondering if you're waiting for something kind of big, like a proposal. That could be marriage, could be a lot of things. But I'm also feeling like there's something going on, either if you're with this person in terms of the next level, or you're in no contact, because there's kind of like there's a broken promise energy. But this is a new cycle. It's like, okay, this is getting out of either no contact, no communication, and or in separation, or it's just like hitting the play button. You know, was there some kind of pause here, or some trouble communicating around this? The wands are really fast, but they are not fast when you're lugging 10 of them around, you know. And hello, by the way, I think this is New York in the background. I could be wrong. If you are there, hello. Very specific message. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Libra, your Libra Love Tarot reading playlist is linked in the description below. You'll find all 12 zodiac signs there. This is a timeless reading, and you're here when you're meant to be here, and it's a general tarot reading, so always take what resonates and let the rest go. You'll find all the other playlists down there, twin flame readings, all signs tarot readings, and more, so feel free to explore. Thank you again for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And remember, if you hear my content, my voice, my readings anywhere but here on my verified channel on YouTube at the Tarot Closet, it means they've taken them. And we are taking them down. So thank you so much to those of you that have been sending me channel names. We are going through them. Please continue to do so. The email is linked in the description here. You'll also find it on the channel on the About Me page. Let's continue on. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Libra. The Nine of Wands. In reverse. Yeah, this reversal energy, Moon and Sagittarius, it's kind of like preparation for clarity and truth coming, of getting out of the no contact energy. Yeah, very clear. Wheel of Fortune. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius energy, a new cycle for sure. A turning point here. I like this. And the Wheel of Fortune is connected to the throat chakra. So what have you been wanting to hear from this person? What's in that Knight of Cups, you know? What happened? What's going on? Because clearly there's a new cycle. Those wands, like this exhausting energy, this frustration around maybe not knowing something or hearing something, is coming to an end. This is connected to Jupiter. It's the planet of prosperity, expansion, luck, you could say, timing. Three of Swords. Hermit in reverse, okay? So, for a lot of you, this is a validation that we're in either in no contact, no communication, and or in separation energy. Or there's something that has gone down there. Could this be some kind of make or break thing and putting it on the table currently? If you're not in that Three of Swords yet, it could be. Let's see. But I'll tell you, it's been in this energy for far too long, and it's changing. The Hermit in reverse. Virgo and Mercury energy, because it's where you go for clarity, truth. And when you get out of the Hermit, this is where you go, the Wheel of Fortune. because this is it's a validation for me of like a stuck energy, you know? And perhaps there is this feeling of, are we going to move forward or are we not? Because if we're not, then maybe it is over. If it isn't for some of you, it's going to be really specific, okay? But I'll tell you, it's getting out of that energy, because this is also a validation for me that there's either a pause button and you're just kind of not communicating well, or you just haven't been at all, you know? The Three of Swords, this is your energy, Libra, Saturn and Libra energy. And there can be some heartbreak around it and some loss, of course. So it could be for some of you it's current. But again, we could be looking at an on the table energy. Knight of Wands. Saw that Knight of Cups. Interesting. It's the fastest knight here, actually. And it's the knight on the move. Making this move. Kind of look being spirit-led. The crow's riding along with them like, keep going. There's some mountains there behind, and they're just kind of moving alongside of them. I want to validate if this is somebody, for some of you, if this is around like online or in person, whatever. If you've been in a physical thing with someone in some way that hasn't been as committed as you want, it could be that is, you know, like a validation of that here. So the Three of Cups is in reverse. Yeah, and it's here catty corner, as you can see, connecting with our Three of Swords. So that is a validation whether things were over or are over, like something ended here, or there's just heartbreak energy around perhaps it's the last time that you had this conversation, or it's just one that sort of got you here. The Three of Cups in reverse, you know, it can, this is around communication. Mercury energy, Cancer. And of course, Mercury is strongly connected to reading and writing, as I talk about here at the Tarot Closet. So it can be around SMS, social media, email, like there was some stuff going down. But I want to tell you, it could be that it still is, because I feel like there's communication here. It's like make or break kind of energy. And it's emotional. But of course, Mercury is also, you know, communication in general. And it can be that also that there was some kind of a conversation in person, you know. I feel like for some of you that this is also around like what is still to come in terms of a conversation that could get conflicting. It could maybe go either way. It is emotional. That's clear. And there is an apologetic energy that's here. Yeah, look. So this is definitely, again, for some of you, telling around maybe some of the past energy. But it's also connecting for me with the current, like the upcoming communication. The Four of Cups. Looking right over here at this Three of Cups in reverse. And look, sort of almost looking past the cup that's coming in too. The Moon and Cancer energy. You might not be expecting this. It's like definitely feeling, you know, stuck and not sure. Maybe you're on the fence about what you want to do here, what you're waiting for exactly, you know. There is an apathy here with it as they come in. And what's in that cup? We saw that in the Knight of Cups. I think there's communication in general. And there's probably, it could get intense and emotional again. An apology that should be in there. You know, it's coming out of the clouds. So coming out of lack of clarity, like bringing something here to you clearly. And, you know, right here connected to this crow, you can see the Three Cups. Bringing it in the upright, Mercury and Cancer. A coming together energy, communication. So if you can see each other, it's going down, I would say, at like some kind of an event where there's family or there's friends. Yeah, okay. But again, it could also be around voice messages, text messages, SMS. Yeah, look, as I say that, Eight of Wands. It's super clear. By the way, Temperance is here in reverse. Page of Swords in reverse, Four of Cups, Three of Cups in reverse. I just want to validate, it could be that somebody is not moderating something, like there's a little too much of something here. So it could be, I just got to tell you, this is around it is a little bit like, yeah, this conversation or messages, whatever, coming in, there is an apology around it. It's really clear for me. But if this is at an event, it's like somebody's partaking a little bit too much, you know? And even if it's via message or online or social media, whatever, Temperance in reverse, you know, it's the lack of moderation, the lack of balance. It's around this person. It's like a little disruptive. And Sagittarius energy, major arcana, so our bigger picture energy here is pretty clear. Look, it's here with the Hermit in reverse. And it's also like this energy of I don't know if there's something changing here around them, but it's like, you don't want to make the same mistake. You don't want to make a mistake. So there's definitely like a hearing them out perhaps energy, but also just a little message that was coming in as I was saying that of if you are seeing them and or even talking and you do have something physical and you don't want to go that route, just keep it in check for yourself. But that stuck energy around the Hermit, it's like separation kind of energy. You're not talking, being afraid to repeat the same mistakes. And it could be that this person should that be around some kind of vice? You know what I mean? And it could be going on at an actual event or even if you're on the phone, because there is some communication. I feel like it's coming in with like an apology right away. You know, like that's how this person is coming in. And this Page of Swords energy, again, it's a validation. There could be something even around it legal, but like watching and holding on to some information, you know, getting out of that energy. It could be somebody's younger. It doesn't mean that they are. But this is fast energy. You know, it's coming in pretty fast, what they have to say, and it's going to change some things here. Again, it definitely feels like an intense, emotional kind of conversation. I do feel like, I'm wondering if for some of you there's some kind of a ultimatum maybe. It could be that there's something here that you're just, you know, they're saying, yes, I stopped, or I'm not doing that, or whatever. It's around this communication, though. It's definitely a turning point, and they are coming in with the apology around it. But there's something about it. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it yet. The Strength card in reverse. Yeah, literally here, look at this. Temperance and the Strength card are both connected to the heart chakra. And the Strength card, by the way, well, Temperance, let me just tell you, it's also Archangel Michael. You know, connected to the solar plexus chakra, I do, and the throat chakra, I speak the truth, like wanting to get everybody on the path to the truth. So they might not be telling you the truth about something in terms of if you gave them an ultimatum about something to stop, something they're doing or were doing, okay? Could also be around, you could say if this is around a physical kind of connection and you wanting it to go more, it's also around that. Because this sort of sabotage and fear that's here in the Strength card in reverse Leo energy is connecting to our minor arcana energy of the Knight of Wands, but it's sort of like there is a strong chemistry between you. Sometimes it might be kind of even overwhelming. And there is this manifesting a dream kind of energy here between the two of you too. Yeah, so if it's around that, it's like, do you want to take this level or not? Because that's also for you, the Strength card, Libra, and getting the courage and the self-love and self-respect to, you know, and get yourself in balance here too, to make some changes for yourself. If you're not wanting to, if they're not going to show up, it's not a reciprocal, and if you have an ultimatum, they're still doing something that's not for anybody's highest good, that's also for you to get the courage, you know. There is a new cycle here, though. I like that. Because it has definitely been stuck. I want to validate, I don't think it's going to be for everybody, but I do want to validate that the Six of Cups is here and the Knight of Pentacles. I want to validate that if there is a third-party energy that might need to, there's like some kind of paperwork energy here of, yeah, some legal stuff or around a third party, maybe even somebody needing to complete a legal contract with someone. That can definitely be the case here too. But it's also here, like for some of you, there is this friend energy of maybe, of wanting to move forward with that. And are they coming with that? So the Six of Cups is here right on the Four of Cups. The Sun in Scorpio energy. It's a very nostalgic energy, and it's just been really clear that it's somebody who's coming in here to communicate. So whether this is going really far back and you've known them your whole life, or it just feels that way. There's somebody is in this energy, and it's right here with the Four of Cups. What they're kind of bringing in for me is communication. There is an apology here. It's really strong for me. There's a reunion energy within the Six of Cups. So whether it's just you're in some kind of little separation or a pause button or a big one, and it's just coming via message or in person, it's going to be really specific for you. But you can see, look, nostalgic, but they're looking here over at the Five of Cups, which are kind of muted in this energy, Mars and Scorpio. And that's telling me that, yeah, this person has regret for how they left things. So for some of you, it's really clear that it was maybe a last conversation, and you were still like, it's not finished yet is clear, or it's going really far back, whatever the case is. It's coming in here with communication. This is just really super clear. Okay, so it's also clear that there is an apology that's coming through. The Seven of Swords is in reverse. The High Priestess is here in the upright. Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, oh my gosh. Three of Cups, Four of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, Six of Cups in the upright. A lot of emotional energy here, Libra. This is somebody who does have an apology to make. It's clear. And again, I want to hold on to this actually. I want to say, if you are talking to them or seeing them, whatever's going on, it's emotional, it's kind of intense. It's definitely emotional. And I feel like there is some kind of deciding factor for you. This High Priestess energy. Trusting yourself, your intuition. These are your trusting yourself, your gut instincts. These are your guardian angels. Divine feminine energy, Cancer energy. And it's also a revealing energy. So if somebody hasn't been telling you the truth about something, or there was some kind of ultimatum. Look, there is a Seven of Swords here. Again, it's in reverse. Aquarius and Uranus energy. So there is a making peace kind of energy that's strong. Making amends. The apology is here. It's somebody who ran, whether it's just from clarity and truth, or there was literally something else going on here. You can see in our Five of Cups in reverse. That's the other thing I want to validate, that this is also connecting for me possibilities of this conversation of like somebody walking away, and it's just getting intense because there are those Three Cups again. They're knocked over here within the Five of Cups. It's not resolved. It could be that it's recent for some of you, but and that's also connecting me to like a recent energy of like coming up energy. And the Two of Cups here are in reverse. Venus in Cancer, it's like a validation of perhaps getting out of the separation, or that something had caused that, should that be the case now, or that this conversation is going to be like make or break. I will tell you that there is an apology here. There is an apology of like hoping for forgiveness. I want to bring in some oracle. I'm not reading it in reverse. New insight, validation, clarity. What's coming through? Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Libra. Please show us the cards, Aho. Oh, look, Libra. Mending. Yeah, this is making amends, quite literally, here in the Seven of Swords in reverse and the mending, and you're both here. There is a 7 here, and that's an energy of reflecting on the past. Right here with the Six of Cups, assessing the current situation. controlling what you can, letting go of what you can't. That's like an energy shift, like getting on the right path, a realignment here. So, and by the way, it's connecting to that Knight of Pentacles, who, I tell you what, has an apology in there. There is humility in there. It's quite strong. It's also a pentacle, and it's a knight. And we have the Knight of Wands, and we saw the Knight of Cups. It's kind of spinning is what I say, because it was like coming in the upright. There's something in there for you, but it was also this energy of some broken promises. So there is a long-term energy there, of course, the pentacle. And it's also, you know, somebody I feel like who does want to make amends here. What do you want to do? Because I feel like you're definitely on the fence, you know. There is a spiritual connection here, I feel. There's still feelings that are here. But a lot has gone on. So this conversation, and I want to validate for you two things. This conversation is taking place with this person. It is like a make or break, but this is also a conversation within yourself too. You know, and it's there's this deciding energy here in our High Priestess energy. Where did she go? Why do I feel like oh, there she is. Okay, I was like, where did our High Priestess go? Oh, well, look what just revealed itself. There's too many under there, but just moving the deck revealed the Ten of Cups. Well, that kind of is a little bit of a game changer. Mars and Pisces, the possibility of a new start. Had you built a life, were you building it? Was it on the table? It's on the table. Yeah, it's kind of this energy. It could go either way. Three of Swords, Three of Cups in reverse is like that's a 33, and it's a master number. For me, that's like anything is possible here. There you go. Look, there's a rainbow here of hope. And 7 of them are here. So it's like the commitment energy or making a choice. And then there's 3 of them here. Oh my gosh. And look, the 2 crows are having a conversation. If you can see each other, it really will be at some kind of an event, maybe a wedding or whatever, around other people. It is like coming back to talk. So whether it's in person or there's messages or phone calls, there is an apology here. It is a hopeful energy. Where are you at with this? You know, I wasn't expecting to see that, but it literally is around these 3 of Cups here, which are separated from the 7, like giving us that 10 of the communication around it. So let's see what else is coming through. Come to the edge, buy the book, truth be told. Oh, a leg up, and look, exchanging gifts. So that's been coming in around bringing in something. 6 of Cups, 4 of Cups, now here. Things coming to fruition. It's a 9. This could be, well, there's an apology in here, but this could be more. You know, it could be leading to more, because this person is stepping up at the very least. That, I like this, leg up. And again, the 7 energy of the energy shift, like quite literally, a realignment here. Them stepping up and making things right is just really clear. Truth be told, there we go. That is, again, coming to a 5. Connecting us to the throat chakra. Clear communication, the 5th chakra. But also getting out of conflict, change. Somebody here standing on a mask, so have they been hiding something? Because the truth is coming about that. Ooh. Owls are Scorpios, Libra. They can hold some things in, but they're also full of information. Wise, of course. Guardian of the night. Connected to the divine energy. They're opening up this window and there's hearts flying out, the truth. So look at it's here with gift. There is an apology, but there might be something more in there. Buy the book, come to the edge. Like, again, things coming to fruition. Maybe somebody's, trying to convince you or win you back. There's something else here. Buy the book. So elephants are Taurus energy. which is interesting. And there are 3 here around some timing, but family energy here. This connects me in many ways to the Hierophant, you know, and that is a card of commitments, contracts, relationships, partnerships, marriage energy too. So it's sort of like connecting here, the possibilities, but it could also be that there's something else going on there in terms of expectations around, yeah, friends or family around somebody, like things have to be a particular way. That 11 there, master number, decision, coming together, balance, new beginnings. I want to bring in some channeled love messages from your person, messages from their higher self. This could literally go either way, I feel like, because there's a strong conversation within you as well of what exactly you're waiting for and what needs to be resolved here. The apology is strong. The communication is clear. The Tarot Closet channeled love messages from, whoa, this person, messages from their higher self. My life's biggest mistake was to think that I'll be okay without you. The truth is that I'm not, and I never will be. I miss you. Strength card in reverse, truth be told. I trust the universe will bring us together. I know that I have hurt you, disappointed you. Please believe me when I say I'm sorry. Look here, come to the edge, mending, and 6 of Cups. I just feel like you're on the fence with this, you know, and there's definitely an energy here in them stepping up, but that Hermit energy in reverse and the Strength card in reverse of like really needing to also get honest with yourself and get some clarity, you know, about what you're wanting. I'm willing to accept that the fault was mine. It's here with bending. I am wising up. That's the Hangman energy, Pisces. It's like getting out of there. You go into the Death card, Scorpio energy, paradigm shifts. You get out of your ego to apologize and communicate. But you also make some major changes. Something needing to end. Transformative energy. Again, is there something around a vice? Is it something else? Are they telling the truth? As every moment ticks away, the more I keep thinking about the past, the stronger I feel that our love is meant to last. I love you, baby. 6 of Cups, come to the edge. Bottom of the deck, I'll make things right. That's strong around making amends, mending, all of that energy is really strong today. More Tarot Closet. Channeled love messages. It's really hard living without you. So that is the case for some of you. I love you, Libra. Truth be told. And I'm sorry I ran. You deserve so much more. I miss you. My world is dark without you. I have so many regrets. I'm willing to accept that the fault was mine. The bottom of the deck, I'm afraid you will reject me. Which is a possibility, isn't it? Only you can say. Beautiful Libra, that is your reading today. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm sending you love, and I'll see you next time.